Okay, hi there boys and girls, and welcome back to the channel. Okay, we're here with Deathly Hallows Most Wanted Scrims. Our first map is going to be Miramar, and our most wanted player this week is Blocks. Now we've got a couple of people joining us in this stream this week. DH Abs is going to be following some action on the most wanted for us, and I'm joined this evening pro commentary with, as usual, DH Jammy. How's it going, buddy?
It's good. Looking forward to week 1 of season 16.
There we go, and there's our flight line. So looks like we're heading south, and the usual hotspots all available from there, I think.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, most of the hotspots will be available. We've got San Martin, Picada, Los Leones, all available right the way down to Valdemar. So we'll probably see some people rotating in vehicles to the west as well. A slow drop there. Only one in the sort of top third of the map.
Yeah, only one team heading up to Campo Militar, which I thought was interesting.
Very surprising. A lot of people jumping mid-route.
Yeah, looks like
Team 18 have got the north and eastern part of the map to themselves. Obviously, they won't know it, but they will know not many jump with them.
Yeah, absolutely, and looks like Blocks from Zero Tolerance. These guys are heading slightly to the east of the flight line.
Yep. So we've got we've got 3 teams heading over towards the sort of Hacienda water treatment area. We've got quite a few doing some drops and heading to the west down in the south. A few sort of congested areas. So typically San Martin, Hacienda sort of area, as normal.
So we've got a couple of players from squad number 11. That's Fusion Elite.
Yeah.
They're not too far away from the guys from Zero Tolerance, but I don't think they're in any danger of starting to push each other. Still quite a long way away, and everybody will be content to get looted up. We'll just check our situation on the map. Let's have a look at one of the DH squads up in the north.
23 Fish, Revolt, Tank and Tequila here. They're pretty much apart from Team 18, Sons of Odin, they're the most northerly team. And I noticed that the zone is actually broken. It's sort of a slightly northeastern zone.
Right, so those who jumped a little bit earlier have found themselves in zone, so they can spend a bit longer looting and picking themselves a good location. We're going to jump to our friends from Gen. Look like they might be getting into it, or they're in relatively close proximity to some of the guys from Xenotactic, and it looks like potentially we've got a grassroots team rotating around, and here we go. So 2 knocks going in from Fitzy there, but Fitzy gets knocked by Clear.
Yeah, just trading knocks there. Following up to try and take out the thirsts.
Temp doing the business there, gets the drop on Clear and the thirst, and I think there are only 3 grassroots players there, so I think that's the wipe.
Yeah, it looks like it is. I mean, he's got 2 to revive, but that was a good effort there.
Yep, so nice early gunfight. Fitzy doing quite well, despite being a monstrous grub in dropping the first 2 as they got out the vehicle. Clear came back there, managed to get a knock, but ultimately Temp clears that one up for the wipe. And there's 3 early kills to the guys from Gen, so well played indeed, guys.
Absolutely, yeah, some very good gunfighting there to start us off.
And no doubt the guys from Zen would certainly have heard that.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the map actually, and Lugras from that team 14, is over on one of the islands to the east of the zone.
All right, so they did a little.
So Lugras, so it wasn't a 3-player team. Sorry, Lugras is actually not with the rest of the team, and it looks like Lugras may. Yeah, it's over. Yeah, it's over on the Eastern Island by the looks of it. Unfortunately, I'm trying to spectate on another phone as well. just give him map view, and that's all frozen.
Okay, no worries. Well, it looks like we are now getting into it with the guys from Xenotactic. I think that's Nick putting in some rounds with the SKS there. And put a little bit of a hurt on Anu there, from what I can see.
Yeah, some good early pressure there. They're slightly spread out, with Phil's a little bit split from the rest of his team. And these are a 3, actually.
Well, it's becoming a theme. We've got Lugar split off somewhere, and now we've got one of the guys from Zen potentially split off as well. Where's Abs when you need her? Come on, Abs, what kind of splits we got here, babe? You need to tell us. Me and Jamie can't work this out.
Yeah, we've definitely got a 2-1 split there. I think Abs' training's paid off.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it looks like Jen have got a bit of a 2-2 split as well, although it's only across the road.
Okay, this is getting laughable now. Okay.
I think anything other than being tied together.
Oh, and the Don poking just a little bit too long there, and gets dropped now. Should easily be rezzed by his teammates. Now, Phil Ukrakin trying to do the business with the M24, but he's poked the window one too many times, so they've got his location. So he's pulled back. I think, yeah. Lugas is just
rotating round for the push now, I think.
And
I think Phil needs to try and support a bit. Obviously, he doesn't know where everyone is.
Anu is on the little mezzanine deck, mezzanine roof there. I imagine Fitzy's got to look at him, and here comes the nade. Now, Fitzy took a bit of damage there, but he's cooked that nade off. A little bit too far. A little bit too far, I think.
Looks like they've got some shots coming in return to Jen from the Zen team there. Another great nade, but doesn't quite connect again.
Oh,
he knows where they are, but not quite getting the distance.
So we'll have to see. You'd have to say, especially with this little bit of separation here, that if Jen managed to establish a knock on either one of Anu or the Don, a push is probably imminent.
Yeah, so obviously they don't want to be so close that one nade can take them out, but they need to be close enough that, especially with only 3 of them, that if there is a knock, that they're able to support against the full team of Jen.
Phil Ukrakin has located himself a little bit away from his teammates here.
Yep. I think the best thing he could do from there, I mean, he's obviously trying to provide some cover, some support, is maybe rotate around, try and actually get behind Fitzy, just to provide a different angle.
And Jen,
actually, having said that, I didn't see that Harry's actually come behind Fitzy as well. So they've got a couple of angles covered here, the Jen team.
Jen, you making good use of the various buildings to cover as much terrain as possible. Sorry, just read something in the stream comments there. Yeah, we're just going to have a quick look at the map, see if we have any action elsewhere. Neither of these two teams seem particularly aggressive at this moment in time. Let's check out the situation up at Picardo. So here we are with Sons of Odin, and they're potentially getting into a gunfight with some fellas from Fusion Elite. Now, these guys have dropped Picardo, or certainly in Picardo Stadium.
Yeah, and not as busy as you'd expect for Picardo. Just the 2 teams in Picardo. We've got Team 12 hanging around outside at the warehouses just to the east of Picardo.
And of course,
west even.
Of course, as soon as I took my eyes off what was happening down south with Jen, they start shooting each other.
Obviously, that's how it works. That's the sod's law.
Looks like Fitzy has just got the knock on Anu, and Anu's not going to get up there, so going to bleed out. Looks like I think it was I did see the kill feed. I'm not certain which player it was, but looks like they've taken a casualty. So Harry is down. So that makes it a 3-on-2.
Yeah, and what they've done is Phil has actually rotated round. He's trying to get to the back there. So Fitzy knows where he is. He's seen the smoke. So Phil's trying to get a different angle there. Now Phil and Don do play together regularly, so they'll know each other's gameplay very well. So they are split, and if there was a knock on one, they would be in a bit of trouble. But they do play well together.
And looks like we might have some interference here from not on top of it yet, but we've got another team from Grassroots not too far away from this.
And I'm wondering if they're going to come up this road or whether they're going to carry on round. Looks like they're going to carry on round on the main road.
So we'll just check our action, see if we're getting any action yet in Picado. Got 3 teams involved here. We've got Fusion Elite and we've got Sons of Odin. And by the look of it, just off to the south there, we've got some guys from Elusive. And some medium range engagement with the fellows from Noob Hunters. And looks like No Angel has in fact taken a knock. And looks like some mollies are coming in, so we may well have a push. And it looks like the guys from Fusion Elite are coming in.
Yeah, I think they're coming in for the push now. The other 2...
Here we go, there's a poke at the top of the stairs. Looney putting some rounds in. However, yeah, nice work there from Hyatt. Nice work there from Hyatt. Basically waited for the clip to go and then popped straight back up and cleared that one out. So Wasp and Snitch actually no longer in the Picado Stadium, so they're a little bit separated from this now.
Yep, they've got 2 teams next to them, a team either side now, and we did see Team 12 just across to the west.
So we have squad from Elusive, not too far away, and yep, also a squad from Noob Hunters, and looks like some rounds have been going in towards the guys from Noob Hunters.
There we go. So shots coming in from between 8 and 12 here. So quite a long distance from the warehouses.
So Aiden Boss putting a few rounds in there. So look what Singh is looking at. Again, keeping it fairly long range at this moment in time, and not certain if the guys from here we go. Not quite managing to get the rounds on to Ranger there.
Yeah, I just think because of the distance, he couldn't quite get the damage on. I think he did a bit of damage, but not enough to establish the knock. But this is just trading damage at this point. They're too far away to actually push any knocks. But it's just controlling where they are and trading damage.
Okay, there's our next circle. And somebody's woken up.
Yeah, so it looks like the Team 19 Sons of Odin.
And Fusion Elite clear up the guys from Sons of Odin now. So it's 4 kills for these guys. Here we are with Elusive. Looks like now is this just potentially looking to get a flanking position here, Jamie?
Quite possibly, although it may be that they're trying to just get towards zone. They've noticed that the zone's has already broken. They've still got 2 minutes to go, but we've seen the most successful teams in some of the scrims we've covered are the ones that get to zone early.
Yep, certainly.
I have to say Hyatt there was the one doing the easy work there. I think he might have actually got all 4 players.
He has indeed. He picks up 4 kills. Great play from him. And what is Bluegrass up to?
Oh, Bluegrass is in the boat of sorts. It's not quite. It's not quite the epic boat we'd have hoped. But yeah. She's, as per her promise, is in a boat.
Yeah, Lou is doing boat.
There's something strange going on there, though.
Yeah, it's the flying 4x4. I think is a bit of an issue. But yep.
Yeah.
So Lou go for a little bit of boat there. Nice work, Lou. Okay, let's have a quick look at the rest of our situation. We're pretty quiet. I mean, we have had some early action, but 79 players still alive.
Still 22 teams as well.
22 teams. So Most people not too far away from zone. We have got a few guys out here to the south. Right, let's quickly check out Only the Brave. Looks like they may well be getting into it quite soon. Potentially running into a team from the Noob Hunters. Looks like Lady there putting in some rounds.
The knock as well.
Putting in some rounds with the Mini 14. So, yeah, they've certainly managed to put some rounds in, and Only the Brave come over the top here.
Ranger trying to provide some supporting fire.
So, guys from squad number 12 now reduced to a duo.
Whereabouts are they? Yeah, so they're out of zone as well. So they're also very separated. I see Ranger and Omen separated by a few hundred meters there.
Okay, looks like we've
and Omen's under pressure here from the ZT.
And looks like we've got some guys from Fusion Elite crashing a compound that has team number 2 DH in it. So rounds being exchanged now.
So Siren up on the roof there.
Out goes
trying to provide cover.
Out goes a nade from Siren. And gets a look at Lordbean there. Doesn't quite manage to get the knock, but puts some rounds in.
And also prevents the nade coming, because that was coming her way then.
And jump shot off the roof. Strafe round with the Uzi. And beautiful knock. Beautiful knock there from Siren. But has in turn been knocked. Let's check out Tango here. Tango has now been knocked. So we're here with Redders. Redders and Bazza. Let's check out what Bazza's up to. Getting a few meds in. Now, Siren has been thirsty, but Tango is, at this moment in time, just a knock. However,
slow mix heading round the side there by the looks of it.
However, all 4 Fusion Elite players are on their feet, but it looks like Red has just managed to establish a knock with a sniper shot there. Excuse me.
That's great work, and Bazza managed to move away from where Slow Mix was heading. Tango probably providing some good information, actually, as to where people are.
Tango, quite...
Oh, and that is now just seen Lordbean at the top of that building, I think.
So... it looks like Bazza has now been knocked, so it's 2 knocked players. Redders is the only player on his feet here, and you have to say that the guys from Fusion deliberately not thirsting up these knocks. They want Redders to try and have a go, but they've got his location now.
Where he is now, and he's got someone coming around on his left as well.
Great shooting there. Well. Great shooting there from Redders with the AKM. And here we go. Looks like the guys from Fusion potentially looking to push this now. And yeah, couldn't take them all in the end there, but a great fight from the guys from DH and a good clear from the guys from Fusion. Well played, guys.
Yeah, good defensive work there from DH, but the offensive work from FE just proved too strong for them in the end.
Looks like we're here with Lionhearts. They're potentially getting into it with our friends from Fusion Elite here, I think. And they've also got some guys from Elusive around, I think. Yep. And looks like the guys from Elusive have taken some damage here.
Yep, so trying to get the heals in before they get pushed. It's going to be close. So Chris and Rogue working together now, going to try and hold this compound. Lionhearts, they can spread out, they can surround it.
Okay, but it looks like Lionhearts have got a good idea where they are now. Are we going to try and fight out in this building, or are we going to jump off the roof and try and get behind them? Let's have a look, see how they're going to play this one. It looks like they have managed to establish a knock on one of the guys from Lionhearts here.
Yeah, it's be interesting how aggressive. Oh, here we go. They're going to go very aggressive.
Jump shot, takes a beautiful knock, does take a bit of damage in the back, establishes the thirst straight away.
Yep, and in fact they've got one that thirsted, 2 knocks. So there's only Tommy Two Thumbs who's actually up at the moment.
So the dynamic has shifted somewhat. Manages to get the knock on one, but ultimately the guys from Elusive prove just a little bit too good in the gunfight there, and they take the wipe. Well played, guys. 7 kills for this team now. So we're in phase number 3 of the game, and looks like we're going to be around the Hacienda water treatment area in the final stages.
Yeah, lots of hills. Not a lot of. If it goes sort of fairly central, then it's hilly. Not a huge amount of cover, which we love on Miramar. Is when we get the sort of mountainous finish. Just know that was an excellent. It was a defence, yes, but they were aggressive. Jump shot off the building to get the knock down to first as well.
Okay, so here we are with Fusion Elite again, and they're getting into it with another Elusive clan. And they take a knock, but it looks like they've managed to get the clear on Elusive there, so that's 4 kills for this team. However, still got other people around them.
Now coming under pressure from Grassroots.
Harry.
In a smoking Mirado.
So manages to get to edge of circle, gets rid of the very damaged vehicle. However, he's running straight towards team number 4, and that's DH, although I think they're rotating in a vehicle by the look of it.
Yeah, they're fairly close. Yeah, I think actually they're in a compound there, the DH team, Team 4. I think they're doing a bit of looting. They've actually established a compound in zone as well, which is really good.
Yep, okay, here we are with Jen, covered them earlier. Now they've lost a couple of members, Temp and Harry are down. And it looks like Nick has been knocked, and so that's Fitzy here, the only person up, potentially going to be facing 2 guys from Sons of Odin, Moonin and Deadpool.
Now, can Nick get into the safe zone, and will Fitzy risk trying to revive him, given that he's got a couple of teams near him, or a couple of players, sorry, near him?
Well, he certainly looks to be, if he wants to do it, he needs to move quickly.
Yeah, he's got a minute to go.
I don't think he's going to get to him before he bleeds out at this rate. Excuse me. Okay, so
It was indeed.
Nick bleeds out, so Fitzy now with his back to the blue. 40 seconds till it starts to push on him for phase 4 of the game, so it'll hurt enough. So
It will.
he's either got to find a way to rotate away from this one, or find a way to take these guys out.
Yeah, I mean, the trouble is rotating away. The short side is past the buildings, and the long way is actually pretty open. So whichever way he goes, I think he's going to have to take the fight on to get past them.
So that's our situation. We've got teams now starting to establish themselves in compounds within the zone. We've still got a fair few teams outside it, though. Looks like Noob Hunter's trying a fast rotation. That's probably over. Let's have a look. Here we go. Noob Hunter's getting into it with ZPX. 1 blown vehicle.
So here we go. Kirsty, open over the hill here. Not quite connecting with Groot there, but putting some good pressure shots on.
So the rest of the guys from Noob Hunters coming together now, and looks like these teams potentially all looking to rotate in, but they are in very close proximity, so you might get a bit of death race shooting at each other from vehicles.
Yeah, we've seen a couple of blown vehicles already, and that can make a huge difference here, where they are going pretty quick. Unlikely to get the person inside the vehicle, but you might be able to blow the vehicle itself.
And right, okay, so this is Sons of Odin, Deadpool and Munin, and looks like they're in a vehicle, in a compound that's just been crashed by...
Absolutely.
Other guys here, so they're getting into it straight away. Deadpool is down. So here we are with Luke. And attacked from multiple angles there, and that is Moonin and Deadpool out, and that's actually helped Fitzy a little bit because he was the one who was under pressure from those guys.
Yeah, he needed someone to come and take the focus away from him, and it's worked. So whatever God he prayed to, it worked.
So we've still got a number of people out of zone here around the south and southeast. One Deathly Hallows team establishing themselves in the northeast of Circle. Got Elusive down there to the south. And let's have a look what's happening with Only the Brave. Oh, no. Looks like Only the Brave is actually just taken out there. We've got some guys still out in the blues, one of the other DH teams.
Yep, they've just been taken out. I think it might have been by the Fusion Elite team, Team 9, just taken out that Deathly Hallows team. And
Groot here going for a long rotation round, driving the edge of the blue to hit the narrow side of Circle potentially, but he's a long way from his teammates, isn't he?
Yeah, we've seen that before with ZPX actually. They do like to split the team, but then they usually come together for the later zones. But we haven't seen them this split before, I don't think.
Right, here we are with Sons of Odin.
Up against the Fusion Elite team who took out the DH team just now.
Oh, looks like Skills has had helmet knocked. One of the team is, in fact, two of the two knocked. Skills and Slow Mix still on their feet here.
Yeah, all out of zone as well. Trying to some snapshots there with the sniper.
Slow Mix trying to whack some meds in. So we're now in phase 5 of the game, and it's only going to be about 5 seconds till this blue starts to push in. We're down to 30 players left alive, 10 teams.
Yeah, I mean, it's not far, but these guys are on the edge of zone. They're not quite in zone yet. Have got a vehicle. Whether he's going to be able to pick his teammates up or whether he's just going to have to go straight into zone himself, I don't know. Depends how much damage they can do on the Sons of Odin team.
Here we are with Elusive. They're getting into it with some of their clanmates, I believe.
Excellent. That's what we like. No holding back.
And Cyrus has been knocked. Here we are with Rafi, sorry.
This is an important one because this is the edge of the zone. So these guys are actually fighting over some hard cover in zone.
There's our next circle shift, so it's not too far away from these guys, but they will have to locate once this fight is done.
It looks like Rafi being able to get the revive on for now, but whether he can finish the revive, I don't know if he'll have time.
Looks like Elusive clears that one up. So we're down to 13 players left alive. The play zone is taking out a lot of people who are down to the south there.
Yeah, so we've got Elusive here. They've only got 2 players left. Team 9, the Fusion Elite, they've got 3 players left by the looks of it, as have Team 11, the other Fusion Elite team.
However, 13 coming into zone here, and they are getting engaged. Looks like, sorry, Noob Hunters getting engaged. Looks like the guys from Fusion, they're putting in a few effective rounds. Let's check out Harry on his own here. Now, not certain that those fellas from Fusion Elite know he's there.
I don't think so. Harry's been on his own for a little while now, so he has been sneaking around. He's going to go for it.
And he manages to get the drop on one, but not both of them. And that's 2 of them dropped. So very effective ambush work there from Harry. Timed it perfectly.
Yep, so the other players are whether they can... Well...
And one goes down. Now he may well be getting some rounds directed towards him here, but he's looking to establish the thirst. He does, so he picks up another couple of kills for his team. Well played from Harry there.
Yeah, just in zone as well, so he's holding this position, but he has got a player behind him over his sort of right shoulder in the little sniper tower there who's looking directly at him.
And there we go. Beautiful sniper shot from Skills there.
Great
so
work.
We are down to 5 players left, 4 players left alive from 2 teams, and it looks like Skills is going to be facing the 3 guys from Fusion Elite on his own, trying to establish a good early knock with the M24 there. Now, Fusion Elite slightly out of zone here, but skills up, skills up against it. Vest is pretty badly shot up, no helmet. And there's certainly no skills location here.
Definitely some great snapshots there with the M24.
But Fusion Elite against Fusion Elite contesting final circle.
Yeah, they'll know each other pretty well. They'll know what their skills are.
So out goes the nade to the left to cover the flank. Jiggle is around there. And that's it. That's it closed out. So Fusion Elite take the win in game number 1. Okay, yeah. So first place we have Fusion Elite with 14 kills. Fantastic game for those guys. In second place, it's another team from Fusion Elite. Those guys pick up 15 kills. So the guys from Fusion Elite certainly lighting up the kill feed. And in third place, we have Noob Hunters, and they pick up 4 kills. So some pretty high individual scorers there as well. We've got Criminal from Fusion Elite with 9. Skills with 8. Slowback's also doing very well with 6 there. Let's have a look. I don't think anybody's going to beat 9, but we will take a look. Chris there picking up 5. And just have a quick scroll down. Nothing too much there. Fitzy picked up a couple. Lady from Only the Brave picked up 3. Moves from Only the Brave picked up 4. 5 from Hyatt from Fusion Elite. So certainly lighting up the kill feed. All 3 teams from Fusion Elite this evening. And that's our lot for that. Okay, that concludes game number 1. A great win there from the boys and girls from Fusion Elite. We're going to take a very, very short break, and then we'll be back with a bit of post-match analysis before we jump into game 2. So bye for now. We'll see you soon.
You alright, guys?
Hello.
Just to let you know,
Yeah,
everyone's back. Slow Mix is going to be the most wanted this time.
I just saw that. Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to jump into the other chat with Redders, but just want to let you guys know. All right.
Thank
No
you.
problem. Cheers, guys.
Sorry, and I tried to follow your team in that first game, but it just rendering so bad that it didn't actually start rendering until you guys got killed.
I was peeing whilst that happened. It was the worst timing in the world.
Okay, yeah, not a good time to put that on the live stream, honey.
Yeah, I thought it was funny. So
No, that's actually gone out on the live stream.
yeah, I know.
No, now.
Oh right, okay. Oh, sorry.
Well, hi there, boys and girls, and welcome back. With that,
Welcome back to Confessions Hour.
Yeah, quite. So yeah, Siren confessing her sins as they are to the.
To be fair, I typed it into the chat on your live stream, so everyone should know anyway. So I'm going to leave you guys to it, the professionals.
Yeah, thanks for that, honey.
Thank you.
No worries. Right. Catch you later, guys.
Oh my word. Well, anyway, boys and girls. So I think we'll probably leave that out of the post-match analysis. I suppose you could argue it had a tactical influence on Siren's game, but
absolutely. I mean, there's some analysis there that we haven't actually covered before.
Yeah, I'm going to leave that one alone, buddy, if you don't mind. Oh dear. Okay, game number 1. We had a couple of early contacts, early doors with Jen, Zen, and who were they also getting into it with Grassroots? A couple of bits of action around the Picardo area. Then it sort of went quiet for 2 or 3 phases of the game, and I think we were still looking at 70 people alive coming into phase 4, and then it all kicked off, Jamie.
Absolutely, yeah. We had, like you say, we had some early small skirmishes, and then phase 3, 4, we still had 60, 70 players left, and then as people started to rotate in, but also some players were fighting over compounds outside the zone as well.
Yeah, there was
the extra pressure on.
Well, I'm not certain which phase of play it was. I think it was about phase 7, I think. But we were looking at around 30 players, and within the space of just a few minutes, we'd gone down to about 14. The blue zone took an awful lot of those teams who were down at the south there. And that thinned it out quite considerably. And we were left with a couple of guys of Fusion Elite. Some great work by Harry at the end there.
Yeah, brilliant. He'd managed to sneak out. I'd noticed him on the map a couple of times because he was sneaking around on his own for some time. And so he just waited till the right moment. There's no point if you're a solo just going out on a sort of suicide mission. But he waited till those two just hadn't seen him and they were lined up perfectly and got the knocks and the thirsts. But then the third player who was in the sniper tower, as soon as he was able, just popped him.
Yeah, Skills did a great job there. Ultimately, probably a bit too much to had certainly had a good position in zone, but very much against it. 3 Fusion Elite players who we know are very good gunfighters pushing. Also, Armour had taken a bit of a thump, actually without a helmet as well in that final phase. So certainly some great work to get into second place, but ultimately it was going to prove to be a bit too much of an ask coming into the final gunfight.
Yeah, absolutely. And, doing all the right things, getting shots in, doing the snapshots with the M24, putting some smoke out, putting a nade into the smoke just to confuse and hold people back. But like you say, in the end, without a helmet against 3 FE players, his own clanmates as well, but against 3 FE players, that was just too much in the end.
Yeah, but nonetheless, some fantastic action in game number 1. So it looks like we're in the room for game number 2, so we'll probably be it's only 37 players in at the moment, so we've probably got a few minutes, and it looks like we're going to be on Erangel this time.
A map all the players know really well. We tend to see a slightly more tactical, but everyone knows where the right compounds are. They know where they'll land because they do it more often. They know the terrain better. We usually see some good, and what you see is a more even spread of fights throughout the match as well.
It's certainly, I would say, the map that most people know the best. It wasn't that, to be honest with you. I mean, everybody ends up playing a lot of Erangel. I mean, you just do. But I mean, generally speaking, I mean, especially if I was ranking up. I mean, I found I would most often probably in squad play be on Vikendi. I used to hit Erangel quite often. Didn't used to hit Miramar very much, but it's not really a map that favours my style of play. And Sarnock for solos, really. So, but yeah, I mean, certainly the player base knows the Erangel map very, very well. Obviously, had to adjust to making some changes. It got an update a couple of months ago, and I have to say it does look much better. But yeah, it's still it's almost getting back to your roots when you get a squad game on Erangel.
It is, and the other thing that we can't do an Erangel game without mentioning: are we going to see Pachinki Boat?
Pachinki Boat. I don't know. I mean, we had to break away for people. You know, I'd like to offer my sincere apologies to Lou Grass for not covering enough attempted boat action. Unfortunately, there were some lunatics running around the map, all intent on killing each other. So we did feel it was only right and fair that we covered some of that. But yeah, you never know. There may well be some boat action. I mean, yeah, Lugos, I think I didn't really see how she got on for the rest of the game, but she very, very quickly reduced down to being a solo after the guys from Gen there, Fitzy especially, getting the whack on these guys as soon as they got out of their vehicle.
Yeah, and we saw there was some really good gunfighting and on both sides, but eventually, the numbers from Gen did matter. I mean, they got knocked, so they had to pick the teammates up.
So let's have a look now. 70 players in the room, so I don't think we're going to be too long away from departure. And now she did tell us, Jabby, but I must admit I was focusing on other parts of Siren's conversation there. Who are we looking at for most wanted? Was it Slowmix?
It is Slowmix, yes.
So Slowmix will be the most wanted in this game, who I believe Abs is going to be keeping an eye on. Do we know who established the kill on blocks in the last game?
I didn't see that, actually. I'm sure Abs will remind us any second now.
That would be OTB Lady who got the kill on blocks.
Only the brave lady managed to get the kill. Nice to hear you on the stream, Abs.
You're welcome.
Well, I mean, I obviously, I just wanted to ask how you thought me and Jamie were doing describing the various splits that we had going on.
You let me down, Vimes.
I consistently do, to be fair. Oh dear. Thank you very much, Abs, for keeping an eye on the most wanted. Always great to get Abs back in a stream. Right, I don't think we're too far away now.
No, we've got 86 in the lobby now.
So it's about this time that there we go. Open another beer.
I'll leave you to it, but good luck, guys.
Thank you very much, Abs. See you soon. Okay. Nice to see that we've got a few people watching the stream. Some plenty of comments in the stream chat, which we always appreciate. Thank you very much indeed, boys and girls.
Yep, thank you.
And you got to be kidding me, mate. Yeah, right.
Yeah, I know the one you're talking about. I replied to that one.
Okay.
I have commented that if you want to be on stream, or if you want your teammates to be on stream,
get involved.
Get more action.
Get a gunfight. I mean, yeah,
Absolutely.
Obviously, it's absolutely impossible to follow every gunfight, especially when you have a situation, phase 5 of the game, 30 players still alive. So if you're on a gunfight, you stay with the gunfight you're on. It's that simple. I think most people in a stream like to see a gunfight start and see a gunfight finish rather than flipping between 6 different gunfights happening simultaneously just to try and get coverage for every team. I mean, we do try and cover every single team that we can, but effectively, as soon as that orange marker goes off on my map, which indicates a gunfight, that's where we go. So does that mean that certain players or certain teams end up in the stream more often? Yes, probably, because certain teams and certain players are in more gunfights. That's simply how it. That's simply how the game pans out, really.
Yeah, and we, like you say, we can only cover so many. Only cover one at a time.
And I think people like to see the end of a gunfight. If you've started with the beginning of the gunfight, you've seen the knocks get established, you've seen the res go on, you see the nades and the mollies go in, and then you see the push. People want to see the conclusion of the gunfight. So that's why, basically, I do it the way that I do it.
Absolutely, and we, we tend to miss a fight if we move to another one anyway. So there's no point in deliberately trying to do that.
No, absolutely not. So, it looks like we're going in. Round about now, Vimes normally starts to have heart palpitations whilst he's waiting for his game to load in.
Yep.
And looks like we're in the room. That's great.
That's a good start.
Right, remind me, Jammy, Slow Mix. Which team is that? It's Fusion, isn't it?
Yeah. There we go. Team 9.
There we go. So we'll be following, at least initially, we'll be following Slow Mix down on the drop.
Now, I've noticed we have got a player in Team 1. So someone who's obviously late getting into the lobby, didn't have time to get into their team. And that is Zero Tolerance Later Tater.
Right, okay.
In slot 1. Which is unfortunate, obviously just missed out getting into their team.
But 90 players in the lobby, so nice full lobby as always. Thank you for your support, boys and girls.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we have the plane. Let's have a look where we're going, and that looks like we're going over George Paul down to Mill Base. So Pachinki certainly in range, and yeah, some good jump locations available here, Jamie.
Yeah, a lot of the popular jump locations are within range, but you've got a lot of the map that isn't. There's probably going to be a lot of people rotating in vehicles, similar to how you would in Miramar, actually, just because of how cut off the sort of northeastern part of the map is. A few teams spreading out from an early drop.
Yeah, looks like we've got people heading up to Zaku. We may well have people in North George on that flight line going for a fast drop as well. Looks like
we've got Team 3 DH going across towards shooting range.
Looks like Elusive might have actually dropped the crate.
Right, okay. So we might have a bit of they look like they're the only ones in the town just west of crates by the looks of it. We've got a lot around George Paul, like I say, George Paul Zaki. We've got 5-6 squads. I wonder how many we'll get on the Millie base.
Looks like DH is still on the plane, squad number 2. No, they've jumped now. And a lot of players heading round to the this sort of western corner around just north of Primorsk. A lot of teams around there.
Yeah. And I will comment that it looks like Later Tater from Zero Tolerance jumped very end of the flight path. I'm not sure if he's actually going to come in and try and play the game, or whether he's going to nade himself or something, or just go into the water. So Team 2 from DH going on to the eastern Millie Base bridge. Team 21 from Zen taking Millie Base itself. Team 17 looking at some of the compounds around the southern Millie Base.
Okay, so we're here with Sons of Odin, and got a team from Grassroots not too far away by the look of it. Let's have a look. Next compound, next few buildings along, so they'll certainly be aware of each other's presence. This is in fact the same team, Clear, and who were involved in the early action on our last game. So clear. Oh, the Uzi and a pistol at the moment. Has managed to get basic vest and helmet, however.
Yeah, they've got a bit of space between them and Sons of Odin, so it's not too bad. And actually, looking at the zone, the first zone's come in, and almost all the teams are already in zone. It's a zone across the southwest, centering on the sort of open area between sort of Gatka, Ferry Pier, and Pachinki, that sort of triangle between there.
And I'm sorry, I have to say it, I think some grassroots players are going for a boat.
Oh dear.
But it does look like the two players from grassroots here are potentially looking to rotate away from this one. Don't want an early conflict right away.
So I see Team 23, the Gen team up in Watertown. They've got a crate coming down for them.
And looks like
action over in Primorsk by the looks of it.
And we've also got some action, I think, in North George. So we'll quickly try and get up there. Come on. And yeah, okay, so we've managed to catch the smoking crates there. Ah, the joys of
there we go.
The joys of graphic render early game. Don't we just love it? So okay, looks like we've got team number 16 from Lionhearts. Not too far away from this, and we've got 3 of the guys from ZPX. They've managed to take 4 kills already, but that has cost them Philippek.
Yeah, I didn't see which team that was that they'd taken out, but we see Team 15 approaching Team 3 up in the north, sort of west of Severny there.
Okay, we're here with DH, and don't you dare, don't you know my word.
And panic over.
He says. So we have one of the players from, and looks like the guys from Grassroots rotating.
Yep. Grassroots 15 rotating past. I don't think they've seen the DH team, and the DH team aren't open firing yet. I think they might let them go past. I don't know if none of them got great loot yet. So they're all heading over to Severny by the looks of it, and they're all out of zone, of course. As well.
Let's just head down here. We're here with Fusion Elite, and looks like they're getting into it with the guys from and a bit of clan on clan again. I think action teams 9 and 10.
Absolutely, yeah. So once again, they seem to be drawn to each other.
So some nades going out, fire being exchanged. We'll just check out this situation here. We're here with Law Bean.
Yeah, and of course, Slow Mix here on Team 9 is the most wanted for this match. So they'll be wanting to try and get the bonus, as well as the clan bragging rights, of course.
Wouldn't surprise me if they asked him where they were going to drop so they could try and get him. There's Slow Mix there.
Highlight we saw with the 4 kills up in Picardo in the first match.
Law Bean taking some rounds, manages to get down, find some cover.
Yeah, so Yamani getting some rounds in there.
And here we are, and there we go. That is Hyatt establishing the knock on Slow Mix. And there's the Thirst. So that's our most wanted taken out.
So exactly what we saw from game 1 there. Hyatt with the Uzi doing some great work at close quarters.
So Law Bean and partner now facing the rest of this team as a duo, and Law Bean has now been knocked. And yeah, some focus fire there. 2 of the guys from Fusion Elite coming around, and they established the squad wipe on their clan members. So I imagine it's all going to get very, very, very tasty in the Fusion Elite server after games 1 and 2. They do seem to like taking each other out, these boys.
Take you from the sublime to the ridiculous, from the excellent gunplay. If you go and spectate Team 14 at the northern end of the Western Millie Base Bridge.
Okay. I don't think there's any action going on at the moment, so we'll have a look.
No.
And oh my word, they're actually doing it. They're doing boat. They're doing boat. Okay.
They promised us. Anyone who's seen the Bushka? Oh dear. We are keeping an eye on any action as well. So we got Lionheart's taking down Aaron from DH.
Yeah. You're all a bunch of degenerates, you lunatics. Right, we are actually going to have to jump away from this because it looks like we are going to get some action.
And so it's Team 16, Team 4. Yep.
And Crazy looks like taking the knock and the thirst on Captain 456. Here we are with Proxy now. It looks like Aaron is down, and they've somewhat separated the 4 players from Deathly Hallows here.
They have. You've got Banana and Wally coming in from the west. Crazy, it looks like is getting the revive onto Aaron. These guys are going to come up to Crazy and Aaron, and we'll probably start taking some shots from the rear as well, from the other 2 players from Deathly Hallows.
Looks like Where's Wally has also now been knocked. Aaron has managed to get some meds into himself.
Oh, nade coming in on Crazy.
Smoking out does do a bit of damage on him. So Crazy under a lot of pressure here, getting the nades out. And a beautiful nade there, takes out, gets a knock on Proxy. Fantastic work from Crazy there, but my word, taking a lot of damage for it. Returning some fire to Tommy 2 Thumbs up there.
Yeah, desperately getting some meds in now. Crazy very low, Banana knocked. Really is all down to Crazy at the moment.
And that was a close nade, and that does more damage. And the guys from Lionheart's looking to potentially flank this position. And what a knock from Crazy there. Fantastic work.
He's going to have to try and push this because it looks like Proxy's being revived here.
Look, Crazy really is putting up a fantastic fight here on his own. 3 teammates are down. And certainly making them pay for it. But ultimately a bit too much. And Silverback there takes the kill and establishes the wipe. Okay, here we are straight away with the guys from ZPX. They've already cleaned up 6 kills so far, and they weren't too far away from this one. May well be looking to...
Might have heard the gunfire.
May well be looking to clear this one up whilst these guys are licking their wounds a bit.
There we go. They'll just round the corner now, so it won't be long before they've got sight on Team 16, I think. I think they might be wondering how far they've got to go, but they'll know it's Lionheart. So I think I don't know if it was this ZPX team had a fight in the first game with the Lionhearts team as well. So they know they're here somewhere. Should start to see.
Here we go. And managed to get the knock on Proxy. Manages to establish a knock on Silverback also. Tommy 2 Thumbs, the only one that's still up and fighting at this moment in time. But that looks like the wipe. So, yeah, great opportunistic work there, hitting them just after their last gunfight. They do get 1 player knocked, but they're going to get back on his feet, and 9 kills from these guys from ZPX. So great early work from these guys. Still only phase 1 of the game, but the blue is starting to push. Yeah,
500 meters-ish out of side zone. They've got a motorbike for the 2 of them. They should be all right to get into zone, but that was really good play. They heard the gunfight. As you said, they knew they'd be weak at best, and they went in and pushed very hard. As soon as they saw them, they pushed very hard, and that was some great work from Kvesh. Are they still going?
Yeah, I think
it looks like they are. I think they might have rolled it, so they're trying to get it.
They're crazy. Yeah, they're absolutely crazy. And a very interesting zone pop there, jamming.
Brilliant.
So yeah, we're down the south coast here, and a lot of players finding themselves actually in zone, but most importantly, we've still got one of the bridges on Mill Base that's going to be featuring.
Absolutely. So we've got one of the bridges, we've got a huge amount of water still in play. And water, it just creates a lot of chaos. It takes out a lot of the fighting area.
And looks like our friends from Sons of Odin here looking to have an overlook on this this bridge, see if they can catch unawares any of the guys coming across. And I think we might be getting into it with Sons of Odin coming across soon, actually.
Yep.
Oh no, there's a team from
Zen
attempting to come across the bridge.
Yeah, so they're all in zone. So there's no immediate pressure here. It's not like they have to get across immediately. So they can do it carefully and just try and work their way across. But also, it looks like Team 22 are trying to get in the mix as well.
So that's our general situation. We still have 66 players left alive, 19 teams. A couple of teams still out to the north, but it looks like most people are now making their way to zone.
And Lugras still trying to get across, and some nice shots going in on the bridge.
As you say, nobody has to push across too aggressively at this moment in time, but looks like who's that? Nitz, is it, from Xenotactic?
Yeah.
Has certainly taken a bit of damage. Manages to get some meds in, however. And that was a knock established on Grim.
Yeah, great work with the AWN then.
And right, so
And
guys,
the push.
Xenotactic looking to get across here aggressively now. So take advantage of the knock, use these vehicles as cover and establish a bridgehead.
On the bridge, actually.
So that is a Thirst and Venom making his way up. AWM, very nice.
That's some good work actually by the Sons of Odin team. Just keeping one player on the bridge, holding that whole squad back for all that time. Couldn't last out forever, but that's good play by just one player, and having the other two on the flanks of the bridge, just providing the cover. Looks like
Xenotactic want to push forward aggressively now, so let's see if they want to fight it out or they're just going to drive through it. Looks like they've managed to establish a knock on Moonin here. Moonin is thirsted up. Straight into cover here. Very aggressive push from the guys from Xenotactic there. Looks like Nitz has been knocked.
So Deadpool trying to put some fire down, but actually I think he might actually be rotating now.
Venom blowing the vehicle. Then use it as cover, res his teammate. And actually that makes it a pretty good central location. Got a drop coming down, and that's actually a flare drop coming down, and there's a couple of teams around this area.
Yes, we've got Team 22 and Team 19 there. So we've got the Zen team and Sons of Odin again. Round 2.
And here we are with Wasp. Looks like some nades are coming in, and that was a beautiful nade. That takes out Wasp. So no Angel, the only person on her feet. Xenotactic pushing very, very hard there and establishing the squad wipe. Great work from these guys. Well done indeed.
Yep, that is a great squad wipe there. Some great pushing.
Right, now there was a super air crate around here somewhere.
Yeah, slightly to the east. There we go.
Oh, it looks like it's already been hit. So.
Yep.
Okay, so we've got Xenotactic establishing their position on the north end of the bridge, and it looks like they might have a few people around them. Still got DH rotating in well from the north,
and you see who they're coming across as well.
Yep,
they made it. They actually made it.
Yeah, boat to Pachinki.
Now we've got Team 15, and I can't see who's next to them there.
Looks like we
Just
may
northeast
well
of
be getting
Centre
some action in the south here. So it looks like Fusion Elite about to be bumped into by New Punters. Looks like Hyatt there, who we saw getting into some action earlier on. And there's our next circle, Jammy. And right, so the guys from Xenotactic who managed to stay on the northern edge of the Millbase Island Bridge there, they're going to have to move, but not too far.
No, they've got a couple of teams slightly to the northwest of them. They've got their others, then clanmates to the west of them there by the flare crate.
And the guys from DH managed to come into this, and they've walked straight into a gunfight.
Yeah, so they've got one kill so far. Some more shots coming in from the rest of the NH team. And it looks like, just looking at the minimap, I think Team 10, which was the FE team, knows what's happening. And they're keeping an eye on this. And they'll probably be holding the edge of zone. In fact, no, some shots coming in.
So plenty of rounds coming in from squad number 10 here. New Punters also not far away, looking to potentially push towards this. So DH caught between two, I have to say, pretty aggressive squads normally.
Yeah, this will be an interesting test.
Nades are coming in.
Yep.
And I think Simon might be getting some rounds in the back there. Yeah, very, very unlucky rotation for DH there, caught right between these two teams.
Yep, and I think trying to do the right thing there, trying to get out and get the revive on, but unfortunately a bit of an impossible situation because they were taking shots from the New Punters team, but also then you can see what sort of view the FE team had from behind. And they've already got 6 kills, they're hungry.
So the guys from New Punters are just looting up from the crates from DH there.
Yeah, so ZPX, it looks like on the hill there. Just wondering whether they're coming in, whether they can see anything. They are in zone.
But,
Team 10 aren't venturing outside the zone. They're just holding the edge of zone. They're probably doing a bit of gatekeeping. Just making sure these guys, even if they can make it to zone, they're not going to do it completely uncontested.
Let's check out the situation elsewhere. So most people now making their way in.
Yep. So Team 8 near centre zone. We've got Team 23 there and Team 14. Lewgrass is actually rotating, quickly rotating across to the west, away from the rest of the team.
Looks like we're getting into some action here with Elusive Grassroots. So, Cat doing some great work there, and dead in a bush. Have some. That was well, yeah. Went for a bit of shrubbery work there, work on the garden, and get a face full of AKM rounds for it. Great gunfighting there from Cap. Lost a couple of teammates, however. We've still got we've still got a player from squad number 12 in this. So we've got Gerbil from New Punters, not too far away. Looks like
being as quiet as possible,
maintaining a little bit of a low profile. Don't blame you.
Yeah, got a player from Team 14 coming in as well. Actually deciding not to. Actually deciding to head in towards centre zone.
So this should be interesting. The zone is now going to start to push. So Gerbil certainly had a look at Cat pushing forward there, but potentially not prepared to reveal the location. Not too far to go. We are phase 4 of the game.
Yeah, should be able to just hide in the corner here.
Well, at least for about a minute or so, but that is actually long rotation. There's our next circle. The two squads from Xenotactic out by the bridge area here.
We've got 3 squads down in Primorsk, down in the southwest of the area, and Team 5 ZPX they're actually rotating to the edge of the new zone, which is broken with Gen at centre zone.
Okay, here we are with Noob Hunters. They're getting into it with, looks like ZPX and Fusion. Premix just getting some meds in. Goes back out in the blue and puts some hurt on a bar there. And I think he's managed to establish a knock there.
Yep, so swaps guns as well, rather than reload.
And really bad timing there.
Oh.
Attempted to get down to his teammate, but ultimately third party by ZPX.
ZPX already with 10 team kills. They've got a couple of knocked players in front of them.
Looks like they've got some trouble to their rear, however. Looks like we've got a little guys from Elusive pushing over the top of the hill.
Another aggressive team, great gunfighters.
And doing the work there, however.
Getting some hills in. Well aware there's a team behind them, so they can't spend too long staring at Team 6. If Team 10 can get the hills in, which I think they'll be able to now, with Elusive coming in, that's bought Team 10 some time.
Okay, let's check out Manraj here, Elusive, and not so. Here we go, and yeah, I didn't think they'd actually seen Kvesh from ZPX there, so Manraj walks straight into that and instantly gets thirsted up. Here with Gia looking to close in on Carter.
Yep. Well, the teammate tries to get the revive on, Gertie tries to get the revive on Andy.
Yep, great knock and thirst there.
So I think, is it just Kvesh left from ZPX now?
And looks like Kvesh might be in a world of hurt very, very quickly.
But as we've seen before, very good gunplay. Already got 5 kills individually and 11 for the team.
But no, ultimately closed out by Elusive there. So Elusive and Effie now fighting for this small hill right on the edge of circle. We're in phase 4 of the game.
Yeah, so Team 10 trying to rotate in now. Under pressure as they try and get into the zone. One of their players already made it in further north. But there's a couple here under a lot of pressure. So Bar, I didn't see who the other one was actually.
These guys establishing the knock and kill on Bar. And over the top does the business. So Hyatt, the only member of this team now left alive and separated off somewhat. So we'll be fighting the rest of the game as a solo. Our next circle has popped.
Now I've got a comment. Team 21 there, the Zen team. They crashed into the compound there in centre zone, and they took out the Gen team that were holding it. So that could be vital for the rest of the game. They are now in control of that centre zone compound. Yep,
we did see that one popping up on the kill feed as we were watching the end of that last gunfight. Let's check out Deadpool to the north here. It looks like got edge of circle, but not too far away from grassroots.
Deadpool being the bush there. He's the sole survivor from his team, so he's trying not to draw any attention to himself.
Here with Tank from Deathly Hollows. Looks like they're putting some rounds into Only the Brave, and Tank establishing the knock there with the SKS. Great work.
Yep,
going for the thirst.
Great work. So this is really important now that they can get into zone safely. If they can take out the Only the Brave team, they've got the whole of that northeastern area.
1 pound fish has been taken out and thirsted though, so it is now Tank as a solo.
Yeah, and he's still got 60 meters to go, and yeah, so Only the Brave, they know exactly where he is, so they'll be looking out for him.
As we were commentating earlier, Xeno Tactic taking prime real estate centre zone there.
Yep, and the other Zen team is coming in from the southwest along the beachfront area, in towards zone.
Here come Xeno Tactic. Looks like they've got they've split up.
Yeah, so we've got 2 going south, 2 on the east.
So 2 guys fighting as pairs.
With your Mark 14.
with my Mark 14. How dare you, Don?
Yeah.
You know that's mine.
They are right on the edge of zone though, so they are being pushed. So even if they find somewhere to hide, if it's not in zone, they're going to have to still push on anyway.
And the guys from Xeno Tactic whacking the rounds out in all directions they can from that lovely central location. And that has broken actually reasonably nicely for them.
Yeah, so only the brave here, OTB, they are being a few rounds coming in, they are under a lot of pressure, but they're in a good area here for the zone.
So here we are with Venom. Looks like the guys from Elusive were potentially starting to get into this fight at the southern part of the circle here.
Yeah, being sandwiched by the two Zen teams now, the Elusive squad. Now, only the northern part of this compound is in the next zone.
Andy attempting to get the res on his teammate, but phase 6 of the game zone going to start pushing in 40 seconds, and these guys have got to move forward. However, the other team from Xeno Tactic also attempting to get in here.
Yeah, so they're taking fire from two different directions here, and they've got to head in towards one of those directions. They've got to try and head north, and I think the Team 21, they might actually be, they're making sure they're just holding them back now. Bailey with some great work with the
AWM there. So
there's only one player actually in the northern side of this zone now.
And it's all kicking off just outside this small compound. We've got a couple of teams from Xeno Tactic all getting into gunfights with each other, establishing control over this zone. And it looks like 21 have now got a couple of knocked players.
Yeah, oh, now 21, they've got 3 knocked players. In fact, they've been taken out. I think that might have been Anu that took out all 3 there.
So
some great play.
We're down to 7 players left alive, 3 teams, and you have to say Xeno Tactic, well, both Xeno Tactic teams ended up fighting over this compound, and the ones who turned up late end up keeping hold of it.
Yeah, what you've got actually in the northern side of this zone, you've got Only the Brave Lady, Team 20, Team 6, Team 22 are going to fight each other, and that could really thin them out. If Lady from OTB
and it looks like
just hold where she is.
It looks like the play zone has just taken out the Don there, or at least knocked him.
Yep.
And here we have Andy, last surviving member of Elusive. But, yep, Xeno Tactic now find themselves out of zone. So they've got to move.
Yeah, so both of these squads have got to move from where they are and fight each other. So Lady from Only the Brave is actually in quite a good position, despite being a solo player.
Yeah, we've seen it plenty of times before where a solo player coming in final stages of the game, especially if you don't know where they are, can prove very decisive.
Yep. But Team 22 are rotating around that northern side to OTB Lady.
I think Andy did manage to get a quick look there.
Yep.
And managed to take a chunk out of Lady. Don't know if Lady actually opened fire there, but maybe not the best move.
No. I don't think she did actually, because Atom is actually retreating back.
And oh, beautiful head, beautiful shot there. And Elusive now starting to put the hurt on to Xeno Tactic.
Yep. And while these guys are fighting amongst themselves, again, Lady, she's just watching all this happen from up there. If she doesn't reveal where she is, she's going to be in zone. Although there is one from Elusive already in zone north, Riley.
And Andy from Elusive has now been knocked by Anu.
Yep, all being pushed by the zone now.
All being pushed by the zone. Zia coming across the road, absolutely no cover and taking some damage doing it. Does manage to establish some cover either side of the road. Lady has now been taken out. So we're down to 2 teams, 4 players. Xeno Tactic against Elusive. And Elusive have it. The blue zone does the damage.
Yeah.
So great work there from Elusive. Fantastic work has to be said also from the 2 teams from Xeno Tactic there. Some plenty of action. But Elusive do take the chicken dinner in first place with 11 kills. In second place, Xeno Tactic. They rack up 11 kills also. And in third place, Only the Brave with 2 kills. So looking at our top 3 teams, looks like Gertie from Elusive with 4 kills is our individual kill leader. Nice to see actually that all members of the squads in the top 2 taking a couple of kills apiece.
Yep.
Okay, we have Bailey from Zen with 5. That's the highest one I've seen so far. Hyatt from Fusion taking 4. Let's have a look. And Aiden Boss also taking 4. Another 5 for Kvesh there. In fact, they did pretty well, that team. 11 kills also. The team from ZPX. Very active early game, as I recall, that team.
Yeah.
And it looks like 5 kills is going to be our individual kill leader. Okay, so congratulations to Elusive for securing the win in game number 2 on Erangel. We'll take a very short break and then we'll do a bit of post-match. And we'll be back very shortly for game number 3. See you soon and bye for now. Okay, boys and girls, welcome back. So fantastic action there in game number 2, ultimately taken by the boys and girls from Elusive. And interesting game, Jerry. Pretty quiet to begin with, but certainly after the zone shifted very aggressively down to the sort of Primorsk corner of the map down there, it started to get very hotly contested around that compound that Xenotactic managed to crash into.
Absolutely. We had a few fights here and there, but it wasn't until that zone's dropped to the southwest. That's, as you say, that's what we really saw. Some really good action. Jen held that compound that proved to be decisive. The compound was decisive, sorry. Jen held it for a couple of zones, actually, and held it off. But then the Zen team, Team 21, they took it over. They crashed it. They took out Jen. They held that compound. And then Elusive, coming from Primorsk, having had the gunfights they'd already been in, they came over and they took out the compound eventually.
Yep, some great work at the end there, and certainly that last shifting circle really did hurt the guys from Zen there, and Elusive. Although it did cost them in the terms of damage, making that push about sort of 15, 20 seconds earlier across that road, across the open ground. Once they did find cover, managed to get some meds in, they pretty much had control of the final phase of play there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and in the end, it was some great gunfighting that made the difference. I thought OTB Lady was going to get lucky and actually get into the zone and hold it while they took lumps out of each other. But in the end, yeah, some great gunfighting between the Zen team and the Elusive team.
Absolutely great work there. Yep, and I believe we're going to be on Vikendi for game number 3, which is always a very good map to cover. I always like a Vikendi game as the last game, actually, because it tends to be pretty exciting. And now then, as I believe Slow Mix was our most wanted in that game, and ended up being taken out with a bit of good old-fashioned clan-on-clan action by his own clan there. I think Abs was watching. I think we actually did catch it on the stream, didn't we, Jerry? But Abs was watching catching the most wanted. I might have to check out the Fusion server later just to see what went on around that time. Some really great stuff from game number 2, and I mean we were promised it. But. We got some boat action, and from what I actually saw, I think they did in fact make it to Pachinki.
They made it. I've seen the screenshots, and actually on the second recording, I did actually catch them getting the final push into Pachinki, and they've all got the outfits on. It is pretty epic. They do look like a very lost RNLI lifeboat.
Yeah. They're crazy cats, those fellas from Grassroots. They really are. Great fun. Great fun.
Are you sure they're not a bunch of grubs?
They are fans of the huge Aussie potato grub, yes. Who first came up with the concept of boat, which was interesting. And I believe actually our most wanted for game number 3 is also a very, very large grub. His Highness himself, Lord Grubster of Fitzgerald. So I believe he's going to be our most wanted in game number 3. So I'm sure Fitzy will not disappoint and die in a loud, grotesque military manner. And some pretty great action there. So Vikendi, as we know, always pretty exciting games normally on Vikendi. But the deciding factor with Vikendi can so often come down to where the zone goes and how much of it gets taken out in phase 1 of the game.
Absolutely. I mean, 2 things about the zone in Vikendi. One, it does hurt. It's not like a benign sort of phase 1 Erangel Miramar type zone, but also it's crazy. I mean, you often get 9 times out of 10, you'll get somewhere that's 2/3 of it is land on the first zone. It just cuts out huge swathes of the map, and we get lots of people having to rotate in across the land just to get to the first zone, let alone the later zones.
Yep. So, okay, codes are out. So we're just going to try and jump in there. Okay. So, yep, this is what multitasking looks like when you're 48. Sure, Abs is laughing her head off at that one.
She laughs at all your jokes.
Oh, I very much doubt it. Well, not in a good way, mate. Not in a good way.
You would be right.
Yeah. I thought we might get a response out of that one. How are you doing, Abs?
I'm good. Lovely streaming from YouTube for the last 2 games.
Thank you very much indeed. I'm assuming you managed to get the action on the most wanted there. Good bit of clan on clan action. Who doesn't love it, Abs?
Well, saying that, I think when Slowmix died, I think beforehand he took out a member of his own clan, so they're feeling a bit tender at the moment, shall we say?
Yeah, I must admit, I am quite intrigued to check out the Noob Hunters server at around that time and see what was going on.
You could check out Noob Hunters, but you might want to check out Fusion Elite instead.
Oh, my apologies. Yes, Fusion Elite. And Abs, really, I invite you back on the stream, and the first thing you do is rip lumps into me. What is wrong with you, woman?
Oh dear, she's been saving that up since the last time she streamed.
I don't know. I just this is what I have to deal with, ladies and gentlemen. This is what I have to deal with. You know what
I'm Team Siren. What did
I say? Yeah. Well,
I'll leave you guys to it, but good luck, guys, and we'll see you in game 3.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Abs. Abs will be
Thank
keeping
you,
an eye on Fitzy for us, who is the most wanted for game number 3. Let's just check out a few bits and pieces. And, yep, lots of... My apologies, I'm just looking at some of the screenshots posted in the scrim chat of
what we have got, and I will send them to Vimes. But I've got a secondary that I'm recording on, and I did actually see them with that final push into Pachinki, so I have got footage of that.
So we'll probably edit that down and stick that in the scrim chat at some point. But yeah, basically 4 lunatics all dressed in yellow lifeboat gear, jumping up and down, celebrating, getting a boat to Pachinki. Okay, you people need to get lives. Okay, you really are very, very sick individuals. Hilarious, but a bit weird.
Yeah, that's why they fit in with the rest of us.
Absolutely. Oh dear me, that is. I know for a fact that Bluegrass is going to be posting that picture on Bushka's server.
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh dear. Okay, it looks like we're starting to get the people coming into the room now. 73 now, and we've had pretty good full lobby so far. I think we ended up with about 90 in our last game. Jamie, is that right?
Yeah, it's been great, and we did have one that was alone in team 1. So hopefully we won't have this time. But yeah, we've had some pretty good full lobbies here.
Yep. Okay. I think Fitzy's discovered that he's now the most wanted.
He has, and as you can imagine, he is over the moon about it.
I imagine how he accepts this as a personal challenge, and is more than up to the task. Won't at all feel like we're all picking on him a little bit much. But just one of the things we're also potentially looking at is at some point potentially putting together some of our favourite scenes from the scrims that we've covered over the last several months, and get some bits and pieces together.
I mean, obviously the professional streamers in us, it's all about the gunfighting, the rotations, the strategy. It's all about that. And then the grubbiness wants to see a boat in Pachinki.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think I might actually have to dig out the clip where I first called Fitzy a giant grub. I believe that was a game on Erringle where, after a huge fight between Penn and Grassroots, Devious was the last man standing, and Fitzy watched the whole thing, and then as soon as Devious went to go back into a building to start getting readied up, Fitzy headshotted him with a Car 98. So
it's a legitimate third party. It's a legitimate tactic. It's not the work of a grub.
It was professional grubness, but made great video. So don't think we're too far off now. 85 players in the room.
Yeah, so most teams are full. We've got a couple of teams only with a couple of players in still.
I don't think Fitzy's pleased. I don't think he's pleased. Oh dear. So we'll have to follow him down on the drop. We can't be too far away from getting into the game now.
And also noted, I've just noticed in the scrim chat, it's not on the YouTube chat, but in the scrim chat, that not only did they get the boat to Chinky, they also came 7th.
Did they actually get any? Did they get any kills in the end?
I didn't see, actually. Let me just have a quick look. I've got copies of the screenshots. Bear with me.
Oh dear, the scrim chat's going mental with all these boat memes. Oh, that is just one of the best pictures. I love that.
They didn't get any kills, no, in that game.
I might have to use that as a thumbnail.
I think, yeah.
What a bunch of lunatics. Oh, well, nobody can say we run a dull event here.
Absolutely.
Okay, it looks like we're getting the latecomers into the room now, so hopefully not too far away from the plane.
Yeah, I think we've got, 2 minutes, I think. I believe, I'm not sure. We're now down to 88 players.
Stop doing that. Here we go. Oh dear, what a bunch of loons. I guarantee you that is probably already on Bushka's server and he's laughing his backside off. He does appreciate a bit of humour, does our Bushka?
Let me have a quick look.
Oh dear.
Screenshots.
Now then, are there boats on Vikendi?
No, there aren't. You do see some people swimming around. Often when they fall off cliffs. Now we've seen Bazza dressed as Eva. In fact, no, that was Sandhawk, wasn't it? Oh no, was it? I think it might have been Sandhawk.
Yeah, it was Sarnock when he when Basil went for his swim in his Nemo outfit.
When he went for his Finding Nemo outfit.
Yep. And we couldn't establish whether or not he shaved or waxed, but he was looking very well groomed.
He did confirm in the chat afterwards that he doesn't, so he's not very streamlined.
Right, fair enough. This is all important information. This is stuff that we need to know going forward.
I mean, this is what people tune in for.
Oh, I doubt it. Oh dear me. Okay, let's load that up. So, yeah, we should be going any moment now. So we've had great games in our first two. Fusion taking the first one, Elusive taking the second.
Yeah, so it'd be interesting to see how we get on.
Right, let's have a look here. 89 players, so we may well still be waiting for somebody. It looks like somebody was missing from DH, actually.
I think they have.
And Tank jumps into the slot, and away we go. Game number 3, our final game of the evening. Good luck, all. And okay.
go.
That's not Vikendi.
It's not. We have Sandhog.
I was told it was a Vikendi. Never mind. Oh well, I like a Sarnok. I'm not certain if our winners changed their mind or we were just it's management failure. I believe that one. We'll have to put that down to management failure. You know, we were just we weren't informed there. So,
we will take it to the complaints department.
Yep, and then the complaints department will tell me to shut up, and then we'll be fine.
Yes, we will.
So, Sarnok, and there's our flight lines, Emmy, and yeah, Boot Camp Paradise all in range. Looks like we got DH team out the plane very early and heading south.
Yep, absolutely, and we've got another DH team around Central Zone, so we'll probably see a few aggressive teams dropping Boot Camp and Paradise, and everyone else sort of spreading out to the coastal areas, I'd imagine.
Okay, we're here following Fitzy down on the drop. Where are these fellas heading? And looks like they're heading well up to the north of Boot Camp. Looks like you're just going to hit a small compound. Haven't got anybody around them.
No, and look at that. And we've seen this actually in some of the Tier 1 scrims that we've commentated on. Only one team in Boot Camp, by the way, and no one in Paradise.
Yep. All that gorgeous loot going up for grabs. Okay. Let's check out the team from... and yeah. New punters are dropping, and they've got guys from Fusion Elite not too far away.
Yep, they're Fusion Elite have already landed actually. Fusion Elite around the sort of just west of Barn area. It looks like the New Punters team dropping in the compound to east of Barn, and we've got a couple of teams over in Camp Bravo, Team 15 and Team 21, very close to each other, probably going building to building, I think, up in the northeast.
There's our first zone.
Yeah, so we don't quite get the evil Vikendi zone. We've still got some of the water in play in the coastal areas. So around sort of west of Boot Camp and around Painan, still in play.
Here we are in Camp Bravo, and we're here with Grassroots and Xenotactic.
Yeah, so Xeno, who we saw come second in match 2.
And Elusive not too far away from this one.
No, I'm wondering if they can actually see what's going on down here and maybe start trying to get some third party from the hillsides.
Looks like Bailey from Xenotactic has become somewhat isolated.
Yeah, the other two, yeah, they're not far away, but they're far enough away that this could cause them some problems here. Although the flip side is, of course, that Harry from Grassroots is also slightly separated.
Okay, so Bailey getting a look at Lofty there. Get some rounds in with the M4. Hasn't managed to find a helmet.
As well.
Hasn't managed to find a helmet yet, though.
No.
And Venom putting the hurt on Harry there.
Get the first as well.
Nitz putting some round towards Cat, I believe it was.
Yeah. So we've got the M7 switching over to the QBZ here. And Bailey there, not worrying too much about not having a helmet, still with the aggressive push. Lofty taking down Nitz. But Bailey, I think, is going to be able to get the revive.
So there we go. These guys now building the building. They're right next to each other. Know where they're going to avoid it. And Lofty has now been knocked. Will certainly be thirsted up. Cage getting into it and manages to establish.
Well, there we go.
the kills there, and I think they're going to come out of that one on top.
Yep, they have. They've lost 2 team members, but they've come out of that on top.
So
very good gunfighting there.
Great work from Grassroots there. Okay, we're going to quickly jump a little bit south. We're here with the Noob Hunters and potentially a team from squad number 4. That'll be Deathly Hallows. Not too far away. Crazy doing very, very well in the last game. So we're here around the quarry area. Just check out.
Banana and Wally have been taken out of the so Crazy now it's trying to hold off the NH.
So Crazy getting the knock there, but is in turn knocked.
And these are very separated now. Aaron I think he's going to try and get the thirst on premix.
Which he does. And oh, great work there from Aaron. Fantastic work.
To watch out Thurston that Nemesis doesn't get him here.
And yeah, Nemesis clears that one up, but great work from Aaron there to clear up 1 kill and get a couple of knocks on, but ultimately isn't able to complete that one out. And it does look like Nemesis is going to get to Dotter just in time.
Yep, only just in time, but he does get there. Great work by Nemesis. He held off, he waited, he knew his teammates needed reviving, but instead of just jumping out into the open, he knew where Aaron was and he just waited for him to show himself.
Okay, we're here with Deathly Hallows. Looks like we've actually just missed a fight there. Looks like Bazat has been taken out. Residence has been knocked, but should be up. So it's 4 kills established for Deathly Hallows. I'll definitely get in trouble for not catching that one.
Well, we're not allowed to show any favouritism here. So, and as we said in the YouTube chat, we try and catch everyone wherever the action is. We don't always get it, but we try.
Don't you dare! Don't you dare!
Okay, so I'm just watching on here, and we have just trying to see everyone's spread out a little bit. A couple of teams up in the north between Cow and Tapmok, Team 10 FE and Team 19 Sons of Odin, and then we've got Team 7 at Boot Camp, and we've got the Team 14, the Grassroots team, messing about in the water again by the looks of it, just west of Boot Camp.
All right, I've got a game freeze going on here, so I'm going to try and sort that out.
I'm just going to try and I can't really see the detail, but I can see on the map what's happening. No one fighting right now, but I don't think we're far off. With, as I say, Team 10, Team 19, Sons of Odin, and Fusion Elite. In fact, Hyatt from FE is taking out Stitch. Bar takes out Looney. Wasp is then in return taking out FE Hyatt. Bar takes out Wasp, but they've each got a couple of players knocked, and No Angel here is the only one from Sons of Odin that's still alive up in the north, Team 19. So each team's got knocked players.
Okay.
In fact, Team 10 have only got 1 player knocked.
Okay, I think we're back. We're here with No Angel from Sons of Odin.
Remaining player from Sons of Odin now. And Yamani is getting the revive on Hyatt here from Fusion Elite, and No Angel is probably taking the most pragmatic decision and just trying to escape into zone away from these with her knocked teammates right next to the rest of FE.
Yep, No Angel getting out of this one. So it looks like Wasp and Looney will be thirsted up.
Yep, that's just happened now. Hyatt again with Uzi. So we see what his favourite weapon is.
Okay, so our general situation, we're down to 59 players, 17 teams still contesting. Still phase 1 of the game. Looks like most teams actually reasonably separated here, Jamie.
They are. We've had some early battles. But yeah, everyone now just consolidating, just doing some looting, making sure they can get into zone. I think all the players virtually are in zone already. So no one have any real trouble with the blue.
Okay,
stage.
So here we are at the outskirts of Camp Bravo, where we had a bit of action earlier, and it looks like guys from Fusion Elite coming into this one. We've still got the, I think, let's have a look. How many players from Grassroots? It's just the 2 left from Grassroots. And looks like Cat managing to establish a knock there.
waiting for the teammate to arrive.
So,
and then they're going to go round, and I think they're going to actually try and knock
but
him.
Cage pushing and has been knocked.
Yeah, so Jiggle and Criminal there. Criminal getting the revive, but Jiggle there just covering, and Wallace at the far end also just covering the rotation round to the left.
Cat putting some rounds at the Wallace there. Doesn't manage to get the knock, however.
Not quite peaking enough. And they're not thirsting the player.
No, deliberately
They're
leaving
pushing.
Deliberately leaving the player out there.
Yeah, so they're actually pushing now towards Cat instead of thirsting the player. Well, having said that.
Yep, there goes the thirst. Clear that one up. And in come the mollies. And yeah,
won't be the first or the last to have been fooled by those crates.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Annoying.
And
so did pushing around on the left now.
Did manage to have a quick look there, but that has revealed the location. So out the building now, and looks like the guys from Fusion are pushing very aggressively round on this.
Yep. So up the steps now.
And trying to create fire coming for him, but basically getting hit from all directions there, and the guys from Fusion Elite clear that one up.
Yeah, so they've now taken 2 squads out over there. And looks like we've got a crate drop over there, and we've got ZPX team on the grassroots team, and also the Gen team as well, all fighting over it.
Okay, so here we are with Genesis, with Fitzy, our most wanted, and they're getting in with ZPX.
Yeah, so they're coming in for the third party, actually. ZPX are just taking out, or I think actually taken out, the team that were there, the grassroots team, Team 14, Bluegrass's team, just been taken out by ZPX.
However, it looks like Harry has been knocked, and it looks like the guys from Fusion and Fitzy coming under pressure here.
Yeah. So he's going to try and get the revive on Harry, I believe. No, not quite.
So Harry taken out. Fitzy just using this reverse slope.
Yeah, Hyatt there with the Uzi, I expect.
But Fitzy coming under some pressure from the ZPX team that we were involved with earlier, and has been knocked by Crash.
Yeah, so we've got some third party going on here. Very difficult position for the Gen team. Stuck between Team 10, the Fusion Elite, Hyatt and his, I assume his Uzi, and the ZPX team as well.
But Nick doing a great job there, getting out some smoke. Fitzy gets round to Nick. They've got a little bit of cover, so hopefully should get the revive on.
The other thing, of course, is with ZPX third party in there, it means that Team 10 can't actually push as strong as they'd want, because then they'll be caught by ZPX as well.
So Crash has hit the crate, picked himself up an AWM. Moving into circle now.
Yeah, and they know exactly where the Gen team are as well.
Let's check out our friends from Fusion Elite here, and looks like got a look at Temp there. Bar putting in some rounds.
Just manages to get into some hard cover there.
And Fitzy taking some more damage.
Yeah, they want these points.
And oh, beautiful AWM shot there. Fitzy has.
Man, he's taken down Fitzy.
Fitzy has been knocked again.
And in fact, ZPX Kavesh has actually third-partied that and taken down Fitzy with the AWM, which means he takes the most wanted points.
Yeah, yeah, great.
And steals it off FE.
Great work there from ZPX. So Nick now on his own and knows that he's got Fusion Elite and ZPX not too far away. So he's going to be, I'd imagine, looking for a way out of this. We'll just check our map situation. Sons of Odin taking a central location around Barn.
Yeah, that's No Angel, who actually managed to escape that gunfight, and she's actually managed to rotate all the way in to centre zone. Everyone else is sort of hanging around the outside fighting each other, or at least being wary of each other if they're not taking on gunfights.
And our friends from Elusive who dropped boot camp, they're still there, so they haven't moved on since the drop really. So they'll be well looted up if nothing else.
Yeah, I mean there won't be a thing left in boot camp by the time they're finished there.
And there's our zone shift. So we're heading down to the south around the Lakawi Kampong area. But yeah, this whilst we might have a couple of the smaller compounds in the later stages of the game, this looks like we might be grubbing about in the grass a bit towards the end of the game here, Jamie.
Absolutely, and that centre zone, so it's the east of Quarry, up on the hillside there. You have got a couple of small compounds, but mainly it's just all on the top of a ridge line. So the people, if someone can get up there, they might actually be able to have an overlook on either side and where other people might be rotating in.
And that's Nick taken out by Light from ZPX.
Yeah, he managed to get the knock on Hyatt then.
Okay, I'm just going to have a quick look at see who's rotation. Jamie, if you could have a quick look at the chat for me, please, that'd be appreciated.
Right, okay.
Get rid of that, please.
Yep.
In fact, get rid of the person, frankly.
Yeah, I don't know. It's an incredible kill by a fluke. Okay, well, that's a shame.
So skills putting in some rounds there. Yeah, if you can get rid of that comment, that'd be great, Jamie, please.
Yeah, that's done.
And yeah, looks like some players just can't stop being a potty mouth no matter how many bans you give them. So that's another one for you, pal. Well done.
All right.
Okay, so here we are.
There we go.
We're in phase 3 of the game. 44 players left live, 13 teams. And it's going a little bit quiet, but that is also sometimes the issue on Sarnock. I mean, obviously our smallest map, but all rotations take a little bit of time because quite often you're just doing it all on foot.
Yeah, it's not like, you know, Erangel or Miramar where you can just blast through 5 kilometres in a vehicle. You're actually, like we see Moon in here, it's all about sneaking around.
So here we are with zero tolerance. And looks like they're getting into it with our friends from ZPX, who've been very active in game so far, already getting a couple of kills. And there's another knock. Crash once again doing the business with that AWM.
Yeah, absolutely. Taking a few rounds, but then, yeah, Kavesh finishing the knock with the AWM.
So Blocks is the last member of this team up and running.
Yeah, I wonder if he's...
And we've also potentially got some action here from the guys from squad number 7 getting towards this fight.
Yep, they'll be coming right up behind him any second.
And here we go. So that's
where Elusive turn up.
The guys from Elusive coming out of the blue just trying to establish themselves in circle, and they clear that one up.
Still nobody going for that strong rotation into zone. Team 9 there, FE, are lucky they're the only ones into the new zone. Now you see Team 17, Team 13 to the west of the zone. Looks good, but they've got the quarry area, which is a very hard area to cover.
And No Angel here, getting into it with Sons of Odin, has managed to establish one knock, but instantly taken out there. So No Angel, last surviving member of that squad, has been taken out.
I don't think she knew the rest of the team were there. I think she only saw the one player that she knocked.
So we're here with ZPX. Managed to pick up 11 kills so far. These guys, Kresh certainly doing great work with that AWM. Elusive coming into circle, but finding they've got ZPX gatekeeping. Phase 4 of the game, so this blue is going to start the hurt, and the blue is about to move in 5 seconds.
Yeah, these guys are really going to have to start rotating in now. What's he got? 350 odd meters to go, and he's got to go past a few teams to get there. Now he's not going to stand out that much with the nice green ghillie on, but still, it's yeah, he may struggle to get all the way in without getting in a fight. Now I'm wondering if we could just see out of his corner of his eye to the left there, he's got the Sons of Odin team. Team 18 to his left, and he's also got an FE team as well. And then behind him he's got Elusive, and then to his right he's got a DH team. So Team 17, I see Sons of Odin are actually starting to make that rotation in through that road that cuts across Quarry.
Right, here we are with Lionhearts. It's like they're getting into it, and and they were taken up pretty quickly there. So here we are also now with Elusive. They're getting into it with squad number 18 from Sons of Odin. And the guys from Elusive taking a couple of knocks.
Yep.
Aiden Boss.
A rating actually either side of them, or is that another team behind them as well?
Aiden Boss and Singh, the only two up. But Singh doing some great work there. Here we are with great name, Sleepwalkeroni. And looks like we've also got some of the guys from squad number 10 coming up from behind this fight out of the blue.
Yeah, so trying to keep a low profile there.
Sleeperoni has now been locked. We're here with Panda Lilo. Managing to put plenty of rounds in. Right on the edge of the blue here, having to move forward. Basically trying to draw the fire there, but that actually cost them. So Panda Lilo putting in some great work there. Picks up 4 kills and should potentially be able to get his teammate up. Still got some players around him though.
Yeah, there's players everywhere at the moment. They yeah, but I think Team 10, I don't think they're close enough to actually get in this immediate vicinity and get the push. The other teams are all tied up with their own little fights, I think, to be able to come into this one. So every time anyone peeks from any team, there's someone watching.
And here we are with Criminal putting the knock and thirst on Lawbean there. 11 kills now for this team from FE. They've got location and buildings right in just on the edge of the circle here.
Yeah, and you see the only other buildings in zone, we've got Sons of Odin down in the southwest of the zone, are actually holding it, and there's no one else near them. All the action's up in the northern edge here.
And looks like that's one of the players from FE will not be getting out of the zone, so almost certainly going to be taken up by the play zone. That's Hyatt, who's featured quite a few times in the gameplay this evening. So we're coming into the compound now, right in the edge of zone.
Some great gunfire there from Hazard Will.
Will coming under it here, getting flanked and ultimately taken out by Criminal. Great work from the guys from Fusion there. So we're down to 8 players left alive, 4 teams. We have ZPX, 1 player from Fusion. We have another team from Fusion and 3 players from Sons of Odin.
Yeah, and we see the next zone's just popped. And Sons of Odin, who had great position in zone.
And Crash again with that AWM. So we're down to 3 teams.
Yeah, 15 kills now for this ZPX team.
Obviously, very, very good with that AWM. He's lighting it up. I mean, I think that's about the 4th or 5th I've seen him get with that since he got it.
Yeah, and he's working his way round to the west of the zone here. He's not rushing into zone. He's just making sure he's near enough that he can jump in. But he's actually checking out. We've got Filipek looking out Team 11, and we've got Kavesh checking out Team 17.
Let's check out our friends from Sons of Odin here. They're not quite in zone yet. It is starting to push, so they do move phase 6 of the game.
Yeah, I don't think they're so far away that it's going to be difficult for them to rotate in.
And
the difficulty is they've got Kavesh, who's absolutely on fire.
here we are with Kavesh. He's coming into contact with the players from Sons of Odin, looking to rotate into this southern part of the circle. Teammate not too far away, should be joining him shortly.
Yeah, his teammate's holding off Team 11 at the moment. The FE team.
So Kavesh and Philippek come together now, get themselves some cover right at the edge of circle, and Kavesh's got a look here, and Kavesh has been knocked by Criminal.
Yep, two very, very good gunfighters.
That could be absolutely vital. And there's our next circle, phase number 7 of the game, and these guys find themselves out of it. So Philippek got to get the revive on his teammate and get moving. And I think that was a nade, but it overcooked slightly. So not quite managing to finish this one up.
We see Team 17 are actually coming round from their right-hand side. I don't know if they've noticed them. I think they're checking out Team 11. I don't think they've seen the player from Sons of Odin coming round.
Yeah, Moonin, I think...
Here we go. He's probably heard his footsteps. By the
Probably heard something. Moonin coming over. And Philippek putting the hurt on Moonin there.
Yep, and Moonin so far away from his teammates, they're not going to be able to get to him. So I think we might have a sort of a 6-way fight here. So we've got 3 teams of 2 fighting over the final circle.
Okay, and there is the third. So we're down to 3 teams now. We're down to Fusion, Sons of Odin, and ZPX. And Sons of Odin putting the rounds into Criminal there, and it looks like Criminal has been thirsted and taken out. Now getting into it.
Yeah, so Kavesh is now putting the pressure on Insane.
So we've got Kavesh on his own, Insane on his own, and 2 players from Sons of Odin. Insane coming under fire from Kavesh here.
So he knows exactly where he is, but he's just got to wait for him to peak. But he's going to be pushed by the zone. So we've got 40 seconds to the next zone, and both of these players are going to have to move. In fact, no, sorry. Say again, ZPX's been taken out, of course. So we've now got Sons of Odin against Are You Insane? So Deadpool and Odinson. So we've got a 2v1, and Are You Insane is out of zone.
Yep. So Are You Insane going to have to
smokes either.
Going to have to push towards the 2 players from Sons of Odin. Sons of Odin holding position on the edge of circle. And Are You Insane in a very, very tough situation here. They've got his location. Nades coming in and got to push forward across open ground here. No smokes to cover.
No smokes. It's going to be a bit of a Butch Cassidy job if he can get out of this one.
And Circle's now starting to move on him. And here we go. He's got to go.
The only saving grace is Sons of Odin are split out. He might be able to get a 1v1.
And he's into
the
blue there. Manages to get into Deadpool, but the blue did take the toll there. And Deadpool clears that one up for the win. Fantastic work from Sons of Odin there. Great zone control at the end, but also some really, really great gunfights from the guys from Fusion Elite and ZPX. So in first place, Sons of Odin take first with 6 kills. In second place, Fusion Elite doing very, very well this evening, lighting it up. 13 kills for those guys. And in third place, we have ZPX with 16 kills, 9 of those for Kavesh, making very good use of the AWM. Excuse me. 6 kills also for Criminal, but 9 seems to be the individual kill lead at the moment. We will, of course, check out the rest for you. We have 4 from Bar, 5 from one of the guys from Fusion there. Is that Will something?
Will 8, yeah.
8. Let's go down. I don't think we're going to get any improvements on 9 kills, but we will check for you. Nope. So congratulations to Sons of Odin, winners of game number 3. Congratulations also to the guys coming in second and third. Fantastic play there. So yeah, lots of action this evening, Jam. It got a little bit quiet in the middle part of the Sarnok game, but in the end, it turned out to be pretty exciting at the end there.
Absolutely. Unusually for Sanhok, we don't usually have quiet periods. That's usually reserved for sort of Miramar or Erangel as people get through the initial phase and then go rotating and a bit of extra looting. But on this one, people actually managed to, after they'd cleared out people from the compounds they were in, we actually saw that it was a bit of a lull. People were rotating in, being a bit more cagey. But then we saw, I think it was Mooning, we saw the reason why, because people tend to go slowly. They go rock to rock, tree to tree. They can't just drive across the map, or don't usually. And generally they're crouched over, just trying to be as sneaky as possible, because you don't know, around the next rock there could be a whole squad of people waiting for you.
Yep, some fantastic work there. I have to say, Kvesh certainly, frankly, absolutely lethal with that AWM, getting a lot of kills, a lot of headshots, and causing absolute chaos in some great third party work there as well.
Absolutely, yeah, we saw some great individual gunfights. Sons of Odin there, what they did is they rotated early. They were one of the few to get into zone quickly. They took the risky road between the two areas of quarry. But that meant that when the zone broke, they were actually in zone. Everyone else was fighting around the edge. They were fighting each other, fighting the blue. But Sons of Odin, in the end, we had, as we saw, 3 teams of 2. And it was Team 11 and the ZPX team were fighting each other. And Sons of Odin just started picking people off. And in the end, they had the 2v1.
Yep, fantastic stuff. So, boys and girls, that concludes our action for this evening. I'd like to congratulate Sons of Odin, Fusion Elite, and Elusive on their wins this evening. I'd like to thank DH for, as always, putting together and hosting a fantastic scrim. A lot of work goes into it, and you can tell a lot of work goes into it. It's always run very, very smoothly and always an enjoyable event. Thank all of you for maintaining support for the event and continuing to watch and supporting the channel. Lots of participation in stream chat as well, which is always very, very welcome. Also, of course, need to thank the 2 people who helped me put the stream together tonight. So thank you very much for DH Abby and DH Abs and Jammy. I called you both Abby there. That could catch on, couldn't it? But Jams.
Brangelina of the 2020s.
Oh my word! Dear, I am gonna so pay for. I am so gonna pay for that. But nonetheless, thank you very much to Abs and Jammy for providing the support that they do. I really do appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Very well done to you.
Thank you very much indeed. Okay, boys and girls, that concludes our hostilities for the evening. Thank you for taking part in DH Scrims. Please make sure you register nice and early for next week. It does tend to fill up very, very quickly. You get the slots filled, and we'll continue to cover the action and provide some great content for you to all argue about afterwards. So, again, thank you all. Thank you to my co-hosts for this evening. I'm Vimes177 Gaming, and as always, good hunting and bye for now.